Well, whenever you're ready, I'm ready to be podcasted.
Ready or not, you're about to be podcasted. Come away with me in the night. Come away with me and I will write you a song. Anyway, it was like this. No, but this song, you don't understand. I have a story about this song before, and then we're gonna
before the podcast.
Before the no, it's a key part of it. It's totally fine. We're doing life changing. This is like how Cisco changed my life. It's just Cisco is so funny. Anyway, so this song, I mean, it didn't actually change my life, but this song was like, it's called the Thong Song. Okay, do you guys know do you know what I'm talking about?
The thong.
Okay. That came out when I was like 15. And I felt like a complete and utter sexual being when I was 15. You know, I was like, I mean, I wasn't having sex yet, but I felt like sexy and like, you know, like this adult that was like sensual and desirable. I mean, I don't know where I got that kind of.
At 15?
At 15, really before I was having sex. No, but it was like for like a minute. It was like right before, you know, I started having sex because of songs like that. But here's the funny part is that before that I was in Ohio and I went from being 12 in Ohio to 13 in Florida, where Ohio is like, I mean, I don't know right now, but when I was there, it was like, we lived in Powell. So it was like, you know, just like
cornfield.
Yeah. You know, it was like,
I don't know. I've never been to Ohio,
I mean, like kind of that mentality though, you know, where it's just like very kind of very sheltered, I want to say, you know, and then I went, and so it's like holding hands with my boyfriend was like a big deal, you know, and we were, and you know, and it was actually like to the level where the only thing that made us boyfriend and girlfriend was just that we would sit next to each other during lunchtime and not eat.
Yeah, a lot of your
because God forbid
like
you eat in front of the person you like, you know, and we would like sit there and like our skin would touch, you know, and we'd be like, oh my God, and you're just sitting there the entire time. Like that to me was a relationship when I was 12.
It's all those hormones.
And then I went to Florida where I turned 13, and there it was like, so have you given like a blowjob or what? And I was just like, what? Like, do you like just like a snowflake, or like you're more like a snowball?
Wait, what does that even mean?
Yeah, no, it's like show's not for children. No, it's like the difference between. It's so gross, you guys. I don't want to.
I had given blowjobs at 15, though.
Yeah, so. No, I was no. I just. To me, it was like at 13, I wasn't there yet, and talking about like snowflaking, and I was just like,
wait, what is snowflaking?
So it's something about cum and kissing. We'll just leave it at that.
If you know what snowflaking is, please give us a call right now. For your chance to
at 1-800. Don't do it. I don't want to know. So yeah,
that's really funny because my before I even started having sex or anything, I lied to the boys saying I already knew how to do it because I was just so ashamed that I didn't know how to do it.
Fuck that. Yeah, that's so stupid. I mean, not you, but just that you feel that pressure.
It was just so awkward, even kissing a boy the first time because I'm like, oh yeah, I've like had sex so many times. And I was like so grossed out to even kiss a boy. So. But I had done that by the time I was 14. By 15, like things are kind of out of control.
No, I was still. So that's the thing. So 12, very, very innocent. 13, like super, like way more. All right. So this stuff exists. But I had my first kiss was still when I was 13. You know, at 14, I was like, all right. At 15, I was like, I think I'm ready. No, not yet. I think I'm ready. No, not yet. Yeah. And then by 16, I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, I'm doing it, you know? But yeah, so it was like, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so Florida kind of corrupted me in a way. And at 15, I remember one time going back to Ohio, and this is the thing. So I left Ohio.
Like, slut.
So I left. I mean, as much of a middle school virgin can be a slut, like that was me. I was like so I leave Ohio, all like a little 12-year-old kid, you know, very shy. Like people used to make fun of me because I had hairy legs and would wear shorts because I didn't shave because fuck the patriarchy. And like I have, Amazonian jeans or whatever the fuck. So so people would make fun of me, because I would wear sweaters or long sleeves during the summer or whatever. And I left kind of feeling a little bit dorky, but also like the hottest guy in class totally wanted to not hold my hand. So whatever. It's kind of a big deal. And I left, and then I came back from Florida at 15, like all like blossom.
And what color was your hair?
And I mean, back then it was just auburn, natural, whatever. Like with highlights and stuff.
I can't imagine you like this.
I was so cute. Oh my God. When I look pictures of me when I was 18, I was like, go girl, get it. Anyway, but I felt like horrible, so which was stupid. Anyway, so I go back to Ohio just feeling like sup boys, how's it going? Like, look at me now. Like fucking, the glow up was real, and I was and all the boys were like, oh my God, how you doing? You still can't pronounce my name, so fuck you, And
this part, put the milkshake brings all the boys.
Yeah, no, that was me. That was me. That was like, So it was great, and then and so at this bar, it was like an all ages bar where they would not serve alcohol, but they would let you dance and have fun and like just wild out like any other fucking old.
But no alcohol.
But no alcohol was served. So I was 15, and I was.
Oh yeah, you're 15.
I was 15. I was with the boy again from when we were 12, and who like we were super nervous about holding hands. Oh. That boy, I had seen him again, and he was like looking at me like I was like the most glorious thing. So I'm on this like high of like I am the goddess of everything. And so they start playing music, and it's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's dark in there, and like. The girls get on top of the bar, and I'm like, fuck
Wait,
it.
at 15?
They get on top. We're 15, okay? And we're getting on top of the bar like it's totally normal. I get up there. They start playing the Thong Song. All the girls.
Oh, it's back to the thong song.
Girls lower their fucking pants. And I'm like, dun, 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 dun. 15 years old doing this shit while the bartenders are squirting the water at us.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This shit was legal, by the way. They were like, and meanwhile, all the little 15 and 16-year-old boys like sitting down looking at us like, oh my God. Like the boners like about to literally rip through their pants.
I think a lot of girls did that. I remember when I was 15, I would, I wore thongs and I wasn't allowed to. Mm-hmm. Like I had to sneak them in.
Really? You weren't allowed to wear thongs?
I would go buy them at the store. And I went to school and I changed my clothes every day. My mom hated it because she was always like, well, if you get kidnapped, how am I going to know what you wear? Like, and I didn't change my clothes all the time. So I'd change my thongs or whatever. And I would sit in class and I'd pull them up over top of my pants and make sure I'm like sitting in front of the boys with my thong out. I think a lot.
Oh my God, no. So I was, I'm like totally, yeah.
It's okay.
I was like humongous. Oh no. There's stuff that I did when I was younger that I was like, fuck yeah. And now I think about it and I'm like, what the fuck? My first kiss when I was 13. No. Yeah, 13, 14. Like somewhere between 13 and 14, 13 and a half, 14 was with an 18-year-old guy. In his defense, though, he was pretty much like staying at our house and he was like trying to be like, listen, you're cute, but like kind of like step away, like stay away from me. And I was just like, kept getting close to him and like, like nuzzling him. And he gets to the point where he turns around and he's like, all right, fine. And he kisses me. And I remember just being in the kiss, just being like, oh my God, it's happening. And like moving my mouth like, but being like, holy shit, this guy is so hot. Oh my God, it's my older friend.
Moxie the seductress, everyone. How do you say this word? Hide your sons.
Oh God. And then I was like, and then like years later, I was like, but so then afterwards, he goes, listen, next time you got to use more tongue. And that was it.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, got it, more tongue. And then the next time I kissed, it was with my 13-year-old boyfriend, who's my same age and who fucking smoked cigarettes. It was so gross. Ugh. Anyway.
But I like that you brought that up. That's a good subject.
So do I think it's wrong? I mean, yeah, I want to say that it's wrong because I don't think that 18-year-olds should be making out with 13-year-olds. Yeah. But I also feel like sometimes there are moments that happen.
Why do you think it's wrong, though? Who told you it was wrong?
Who told you who was there? I feel like because children. I think it's because kids don't understand. Like the way that I saw it was, I think he actually understood that it was maybe not appropriate, but that he had gotten to know me enough where he was like, okay, it was a kiss. Like, I wasn't going for more. We weren't going to be boyfriend and girlfriend. It was like, he was going to be there for like 7 days, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, like 2 more weeks. It was just like a summer fling. Like, I like you. And maybe he knew enough to be like, why not? Like, why not be the first kiss of this person? And in that way, I'm like, actually, yeah, okay, cool. You know, it's. I think that there should be a general rule, but I also think that there should be like exceptions where you understand that there are circumstances where things happen. I'm not going to say that sex would be the same thing, though. I'm not going to say that. That's a whole different. I think that if I was a virgin and I was like pushing and pushing and pushing and telling him that I wanted to lose it with him, that he should have been like, no, like not with me, or you know. That never happened.
I think the attraction is totally natural. And I think we find that it happens a lot where older men do like younger girls. And sometimes, they do happen to be under the age of 16 years old. It's a very natural thing, actually. Now,
I think even under the age of 18 is already like really young. Because it's like kids. It's just because it's just so you change so much. So much.
But I think the attraction is still very natural. And like for me, speaking from someone who I like older men, I knew for me at a very young age, I was a girl. Oh my God, everyone's gonna know all my secrets.
I mean, don't tell them.
No, it's okay, because the more you share, the more people can connect and like relate. Yeah, so I was a girl in high school who it never happened, but I always wanted like one of my teachers to fall in love with me, and I tried to think. Like, I didn't think it was wrong. Like, if a man, like the younger girl, I mean, like, you're cute at that age. Now, what you're saying about the sex part, I think that is very true. Yes. Like, what do you want to say? Not insertion, sorry. Sorry. It's been a long day. Not like actually having sex is not appropriate. No. But I think it's a very natural attraction for older men to be into younger girls, even like at very young ages. No, I think it is the responsibility of the older men to understand that, yes, that person or that girl is a child still. So her mentality, even though like maybe physically her body, because I mean, once you start having a period, technically your body is ready to start procreating, no? So technically you're ready for sex. And some girls have their period at 10 years old. So I think it is a responsibility of the older men to understand, hey, well, mentally, they're still not a woman yet. Like, yeah. And we all do. Like, when you're younger, like, you, like, fall for guys way too hard. And older men, too, also will know, like, the right things to say. So I do think it's totally natural that the attraction happens. And I think, I mean, I was 15 and I was having sex with a 21-year-old. It was not okay. It was not okay.
So are you saying that, like, I just want to make sure that I'm, like, hearing you correctly. Are you saying that, like... like the whole aspect of maybe being attracted because of the physical, because girls sometimes seem like already womanly and attractive and stuff, but that that men should still know, like, you're still mentally a child, therefore I should still correct. Okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying.
And I can say that because I was 15, I was having relations with a guy who's 21. And I mean, I look back at it now and I'm just like, oh, like, I would never have, been with that guy long term or anything like that. And who he is now, I mean, he's not a bad person or anything like that, but like, it's not someone I would be with. But, at that age, 15, I was, like, so enamored. Like, oh, my God. And he was older. I mean, he didn't even have a car. And, like, now, like, now, like, I have a policy, like, I don't have a car. So if you don't have a car, it's not going to work because we both can't be on the bus. But, like, we're not even going to date both on the bus. Like, fuck that.
I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy who can't get
I'm
from
just saying.
the side of his best friend, right?
I did not. But so at 15, I was like totally enamored with this guy. And because my mentality wasn't there yet, and I mean, still getting there, like I am still, like it's a process every day. But at 15, I was taking this 21-year-old guy out to the mall, buying him clothes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And like, it's like now that I'm older, I look back at that like, damn, like, that guy, he totally played me because I mentally wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
But the sex was good. And it's really funny because at one point, I walked into his room and he had this book and he's like these like pages highlighted and like I'm starting to read it and he was researching about statutory rape. And I was like,
that's a huge red flag. Beep, 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 beep. Red flag.
Like, and it's funny because, and I look pretty young. Listeners, you can't see what I look like, but I'm 26 years old and I look pretty young. I look a lot younger than that. And so at 15 years old,
she does look very young.
So like at 15 years old, and I'm not like a girl that puts on makeup and stuff. Like I look like, so at 15 years old, I can only imagine how young I looked. And this guy believed that I said I was 18. He believed it. And he
did. Sure.
Well, yeah,
he did.
sure he did.
Sure.
And he found out my age because he found, this is back when MySpace was a thing. He found my cousin's MySpace, and I was talking about how my cousin's birthday was coming up, and it was 7 days before mine, and my cousin was only 14 and some odd like months at the time, and so that's how he found out how old I really was. And so I guess that's when he started looking.
Did he break up with you?
We weren't actually dating. That's a whole different.
Oh my god.
That's a whole different podcast.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, but see, but that's the thing. When someone is dating, to me, it's okay, it shouldn't be a rule. It's not like a rule, but certain age gaps should be a rule where you definitely think about it.
Yeah.
And when a guy is that much older, it's like, what do you? Okay, for example, when another thing when I was back
I'd probably bang a 17-year-old kid eventually.
Right now. How old are you?
I'm 26.
A 17-year-old kid. The thing is, I can't talk much because I totally like younger. I've totally liked younger guys, but to me, it was like 18 was still like my.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not gonna like take him home, but
because but no matter what, like,
please
they don't know.
I call the police.
They don't know. God, this went a whole different.
Yeah. This is what happens when you have Midnight Falafel.
Midnight Falafel.
There's actually no falafel here on the table.
Because it's it's metaphorical. It's not midnight either. Everyone attaches it to the falafel, but no one actually pays attention to the fact that it's also not midnight.
All right, so what's next on the list, or how do we...
I should tell my roller derby story then. Should I retell it?
Wait, you done roller derby before?
I did.
Have you ever seen the movie Whip It?
Of course, yes. That's where the story starts. The roller derby story goes like this. So I watched the movie Whip It.
I fucking love that movie. I fucking love that movie. That movie makes you want to feel like badass, right?
Yeah, it came out, and I think it did the same thing for a lot of people. I think a lot of people watched that movie. A lot of people were like, I want to do roller derby. So it wasn't immediate, but it got in my head. It got in my head. I was like, what is roller derby exactly? Like, I'd heard about it before, kind of, sort of, but I was like, And I started Googling it, and I was like, all right, this is so cool. And I was like, I would never do that. I'm like, that's so violent. It's so aggressive. Those girls are so badass. There's no way I'd ever do that. And I don't know when that movie came out, when I was 20-something. And so it was one day I was in La Rochelle, and it was like a combination of things. I had gone initially to France for like a 5-week trip just to go see my father and like get to know France again.
Yeah.
But then I got there, and what happened was that I decided that I wanted to stay. So I ended up I was backpacking. I had this backpack, and that had 5 outfits in there. Like a bar of soap, a towel,
backpackers are survival.
Yeah,
people.
like it was like there was just like this one thing, and then like that was like I had everything, and that's where I was like, I'm staying in France. Like I have the nationality. I'm gonna do everything I can to just stay here. And and I did. I tried whatever. So I was feeling really like I had moved to La Rochelle, and I was living in this apartment, and I was on my own, and I think I had my cat back already, or I just was feeling very like on top of the world, and like I can do anything.
I got my cat back.
Yeah. I mean, so I was like, I felt like I was on top of the world, and I could do anything. And then I see this like really cute little graphic for a roller derby team, and I just go, I mean, why not? It was a really tiny town. I thought, probably it's not going to be like huge auditions or anything. And sure enough, I get there, and it's not like huge auditions. The girls were all badass. Like all of them had like tattoos on their thighs. They looked mean. You know what I mean? On top of it, they're like French. So it's like, it's just like the attitude's there. And I'm like, all right, these are badass chicks. But they were like, but also because they didn't have a lot of people doing roller derby and they loved it, they were just immediately welcoming. It was like, oh yeah, come join our team, come join our team, come join our team. And they did like a whole like mother, what do you call it? Fairy godmother, but like roller derby version. And like, what do you godmother? Yeah, derby mother. I don't know what you call it in English. I don't know what you call it. I forgot the title of it, but yeah. And it was like, and it was all these great things. And I started, and I got
Derby,
on
fairy
Derby. I don't remember what it's fucking called. I can't remember the fucking wine. Anyways, so I'm just like, yeah. And like, I like start out this sport and like, I try on the skates and I like get there and I start doing it. And it was just like, the whole thing was so amazing. The experience. The first day they teach you how to fall, which to me was huge. It was like a huge deal because you look ridiculous when you fall.
And do you fall backwards?
No.
Or how do you fall?
So they teach you how to fall, and what you have to do is you got to fall on your knees. So you have to invest
on your
The first thing is you have to invest in protection. You cannot play roller derby without protection. It's like the first rule of roller derby. You wear protection.
Well, yeah, it's like a contact sport.
It's exactly. It is a contact. And you're going to fall on your knees. And the first time that you fall on your knees without protection, bye-bye knees. You know what I mean? And you don't want to fall on your ass because that shit's going to hurt too. Exactly. So, you got shoulder pads, you got the little turtle hats, and like you just sit there like, and I just,
Wait, what's a turtle hat? Like,
I say turtle hat because it makes you look like a little turtle, but it's not actually a turtle hat. It's like it's the helmet.
Like a helmet?
The little helmet. But to me, it makes me feel like a little turtle. So I felt badass, like, going there, like grabbing my skates and like, I felt amazing. I was like, this is a dream come true. And I mean, I had only learned how to fall. I still didn't know how to skate backwards. And I felt like I was like the biggest, big deal. Like I remember like my little sister and I were like talking on the phone and like my family didn't get it. It was like, yeah, all right, whatever, you do roller derby. Like, what does that mean? And I was like, no, like this is like a huge sport. Like you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I'm like doing like an hour of workout 3 days a week where it's like jogging, push-ups, pull-ups, planking, pull-ups this way, pull-ups the other way, and like fucking the Superman whatever, and like all these other different names for all the different exercises and whatever. And like my sister's like, I mean, yeah, okay. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I'm like an actual athlete. Like I do. Like,
well, those shits are pretty scary, Like
I feel like a big fucking deal. And anyway, so long story short, so I'm like 6 months. This is only 6 months, right? This is all happening in 6 months. And then as winter starts coming around, I start noticing that my heel is like really bothering me. And you have to use your heel and your toes a lot when you're skating. Roller derby, because you break with your toes and then you do everything else with your ankles. So it was hurting me and it was bothering me, and it got to a point where I just couldn't skate anymore. Even nothing happened. It got to a day where I put them on my skates and I started going. I was like, no, I can't do it.
Oh.
So I went I went and I got like things like checked, and everybody was like, oh, you were just a little bit misplaced, like swollen, whatever, and like you're fine, go. And then I did it. No, it still hurts. So I took a break, and then I went to another doctor, and he's like, yeah, take a break and whatever. Went back, nothing. I mean, it just kept like hurting. They kept saying me, you just need to take a break and then it's fine. And then it wasn't fine. No, so my ankle started hurting, and I had to stop, and no one could tell me what the fuck was going on.
Oh.
And I had to pretty much quit roller derby, which made me sad. And then I ended up moving to Mexico, and then like I had to come to physical therapy here because like the hills in San Miguel de Allende, forget it. They were fucking killing me. And now I'm fine. I still can't skate. Like if I skate, it'll immediately hurt my foot. I can't do things that make me balance my ankle or whatever. But the thing is, the reason why that happened is because I have a bone in my foot that like it's like 30% of the people have this bone in their foot, and I have that bone and it's misplaced. So it's completely fucking up the rest of my foot, of my lineage and everything.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. So,
but I can still dance or whatever, just not hiking, which is fine because I don't want to. So it's great. I have a great excuse. But this thing that happened in my foot would have happened anyway. It just, because I did roller derby, it like sped up the damage.
Yeah.
But it would have happened anyway. So I don't really feel like roller derby, like I'm actually glad that I got to do the amount of roller derby that I did, because there's so much about roller derby that's amazing. Like everything from working in a team, which I think is any team sport will teach you that, like that's like a whole, like you might not get along with people, but you have to, when you're in a team, you have to understand that you're in a team, and that's a whole different relationship than friends or coworkers or, whatever. And then, different aspects about myself, it's super body positive because all bodies are welcome and good, so long as you can skate and you can, Everybody's good some way. If you're like petite and fast, then you're going to make an excellent jammer and you're going to score the points. If you're like big and bulky, then you're going to make an excellent blocker and you're going to, you know, protect your teammates and stuff. So it's like all of it is good. And I got to enjoy my body in a whole different way. I got to feel strong. I got to feel empowered. It like unlocked moves in me that now I can do when I'm like feeling like when I like seriously. It's like the special like up down 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 ABCC fucking video games. But like I remember like someone was like trying to like I don't know say whatever and make me feel like stupid or whatever. So I like threw my hip at them a little bit, and they were basically trying to make me sound like I'm weak and fragile. Aww. And I hurt the shit out of them because I have really strong hips, and now I know how to like swing them thanks to that. So I don't know if that would help me from like getting mugged or whatever. But I feel like I felt more powerful and stuff, and so that to me was like. It was just everything. Like my in a way, it's like my foot's kind of like, well, it's a nice like little memory, you know, and someday it might be better or whatever. But for now, it's like, I'm just so glad I did roller derby. I fully recommend that everybody do it. Everyone that can go out and do it. There's also guy teams and, you know, they're great too. But yeah, roller derbies are great. So that was my super long story, but you can.
So Moxie's now actually hosting tryouts for her youth roller derby team here in San Miguel de Allende.
I could totally coach, actually. We had a coach that didn't skate.
The Brujas.
I could totally coach. Oh my God.
You need a cane.
Yeah. Oh my God. I would be so epic. But like my cane is on a roller skate, but I'm not. And like I roll the cane, but not me. You don't know. If you like what you just heard, follow, like, and subscribe to us on Facebook and YouTube. If you have some spare change and want to support a starving artist community, we have a Patreon page where there's incentives for donations, and we will love and appreciate you forever and ever and ever and ever. All these links will be in the description box below. With that, we bid you adieu at Midnight Falafel. Until next time.